What's up, guys? As you all know, I'm Ryan Gardner, and this is the Gardner Gazette. Now, before we get started, I just want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors today, and that is the Millennial Generation. They've been getting offended over nothing since 1982. Thanks, guys. Now, today's topic is one that's been on my mind recently, and it's about people who choose to get offended over the littlest things. Now, getting offended, we all do it, right? Well, not me. I choose not to get offended. And you might say, how is that possible, Ryan? I gotta take this. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I'm busy. Dude, you serious? What the heck, man? The heck? Is it because I'm a guy? Yeah? Well, you're racist. No. Bye. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, getting offended. I don't get offended because I choose not to. David A. Bednar said it this way: to be offended is a choice that we make, and it's not a condition inflicted upon us by someone or something else. Students more and more nowadays are demanding their teachers to avoid stressful materials in their teachings. As a matter of fact, there are accounts of students getting upset over the slightest words, and they're calling it triggers. And one of the top tier colleges of America, the professors aren't allowed to say, this is a violation of the law. Can you guess why? When I read this, I literally laughed out loud. Some of our highest performing academics, and some of our greatest scholars, and some of our brightest law students, they were this fragile when it came to one word. They were so perturbed by this single word that they put their teachers in an uncomfortable situation. They forced their teachers to alter their teaching style to conform to the students' hypersensitivity. Now, instead of this teacher focusing on providing new and engaging material for their students, the teacher has to worry about what they say and do so that they won't be seen as offensive, lest the students take legal action against them. You think that sounds crazy? Tell that to the teacher who is subject to investigation after her students filed a Title IX complaint against her. The word you might ask that caused such an uproar, what do you think it is? The word is violate. Really? Are we really that sensitive that we can't even talk about the law at a law school? Now, this just blows my mind. The people whose future career consists of defending the virtuous and prosecuting the wicked can't even start to have a purely academic conversation about their work. How in the Sam Hill are they supposed to get anything done in this world full of criminals, crooks, and frankly, unpleasant people when they're so offended? Let's put it this way. A lawyer being unable to use the word violate is like a medical student who, every time he sees blood, passes out. How are they ever supposed to complete the task at hand? How will they ever be successful? Now, I don't know about you, but I personally don't want to have someone representing me who gets anxiety every time they hear the word violate. I want a fearless lawyer. Someone who's going to fight tooth and nail for my freedom and for my rights, especially if I'm going to be paying them upwards of $200 an hour. We need to shift our minds and think more like Socrates. He said, don't teach students what to think, teach them how to think. And Marcus Aurelius, ancient Roman emperor and philosopher, said, life itself is but what you deem it. And to quote another famous author, Shakespeare, in his play Hamlet, Act 2, Scene 2, Hamlet says, there is nothing good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. Now, how does this apply to students getting offended? The solution here proposed by most millennials is to create safe zones. And those are zones or areas on campus where no one can say anything racist, no one can say anything sexist, and more importantly, if anyone has any ideals that differ from yours, they need to stay away. These safe zones are designed to protect those individuals who are easily distressed. According to the most basic tenets of psychology, the very idea of helping people with anxiety disorders avoid the things that they fear, it's misguided. Imagine this. A person's trapped in an elevator during a power outage, and they might have a panic attack, right? And from then on, they're going to have anxiety every time they see elevators, every time they think about elevators. And if you want this person to retain that fear, to hold on to it, you want to make sure that they avoid elevators at all costs. You spend more time around someone, and the less they start to scare you. Take Russians, for example. Most people, when they think of Russians, they think of hardened, scary, vodka drinking, snow rolling around in crazy people, right? I mean, I was in Russia. I was in Russia for 2 whole years. And when I first got there, believe me, Russians are kind of scary. I was a little bit intimidated by the people. There's not a whole lot of smiling going on. But by the end of my 2 years there, I learned that they're people too. They've got hopes, they've got dreams, they've got fears. They want the best for their family. The more you encounter those things that cause you stress, the better off you're going to be. The better you'll be able to cope with those things. Alright guys, well those are my thoughts on that subject. Go out there and don't be upset. Don't get offended because you choose not to get offended. Tune in next time for my thoughts on canned tuna. Alright, see you later.